Hey guys, how's it going? My name is still Blackblade and welcome back to vlog number 2 of our Lacerate build. Now before I start, I would like to apologize to you guys. I know I've said in the previous video that I was going to make another version of the Lacerate build on the next day, but then I've gotten a huge pile or a shit ton of work and I wasn't able to play the game initially. So yeah, I apologize for that one. So let's get into the build real quick. First of all, the build that the Ascendancy class that we're going to be using is the Juggernaut, simply because I wanted to make the build as tanky as possible, and the only way to do that is of course via the Juggernaut. Of course, you can argue that any other class could be tanky. The Duelist can be tanky, the Templar can be tanky, but yeah, I wanted to use the Unbreakable specifically for this one. What this actually does is it doubles the armor value of our body armor, which is really awesome, especially if you have an armor similar to this one with a 1,000 plus armor value and huge life and two really good resistances. All right, and then of course we will be getting the Unflinching and then the Unrelenting. The Unrelenting of course is there to maximize our endurance charges and to make us more tankier, and of course the number of endurance charges will complement our gloves later, which we will discuss, which will be the Surgebinders. Alright then, so let's get into the skill tree proper. We've started by getting some life and armor nodes over here, ending with Warrior's Blood. We went up to get the Born to Fight, and then some melee damage, two-handed damage nodes over here, ending with Butchery. We did get the Barbarism over here, and then we went up to get the Resolute Technique, and then I did get some additional sockets in here to further increase the damage of our Lacerate. What you're looking for is increased physical damage, melee damage, and increased attack speed with access. And then we went over to the left side right side over here to get some armor, and then the Indomitable for the 20% reduced extra damage we take from critical strikes. Plus we get that sweet 30% increased armor. And then of course we went up over here to take another endurance charge, some life nodes. On my next levels I'm going to get the Devotion and then finish up by getting the life node over here. And then we went to the right side to take some life and reduced mana cost nodes over here, ending with Tireless. And then we went up over here to get the Sanctity, more life nodes, Discipline and Training, Retribution, and then finally the Amplify, just to further increase my the reach of our Lacerate. Now this path over here is actually entirely optional. If you want, if you feel that you don't really need any additional AoE, you can instead of choosing this path, you can go down over here to take the Constitution, and then finally getting all of the life nodes here in order to become really tanky. Of course, more life is of course a much more better path to take. And then of course the Resolute Technique, I've already said that. And then we went down over here to take another endurance charge, and then we went over to the left side to take some axe damage nodes, ending with cleaving, and then of course the Slaughter over here. And then we went down over here to take the Juggernaut again for the life, increased armor, and then we get that sweet 20% increased life recovery from Flasks, ending with another life and armor node over there. And then we went down over here to take the Bloodlines and then the Unwavering Stance. And then we went to the right side over here to take the Splitting Strikes. This is where we will get our life leech. And then we've gotten of course our final maximum endurance charge node over here. And then we've gotten the Golem's Blood, the Executioner, the Wrecking Ball, two of the most powerful two-handed weapon skill node in the game. And then finally the Iron Reflexes to convert some of the dexterity based armor or dexterity or evasion based parts of our armor into parts of our gear into armor, I should say. Anyway, and then we went up here to take the Destroyer, finally getting the Master of Arena, some life, and then finally getting the Art of the Gladiator. Now again, as I've said, we're at level 86. I'm going to get the Devotion and then the life nodes over here. And then probably, I'm not exactly sure where to go next. I haven't really planned it out, that far yet. But yeah, getting towards over here to get the Constitution is also a very, very good idea. Or maybe I will just get another jewel socket, maybe get some physical damage into it. Alright, so let's talk about the gear set. We are going to be using the Atziri Disfavour for this build. It's not entirely necessary, you can use a lot of different unique axes out there. I'm sure there are two unique new unique access out there, which has a huge DPS in them. It doesn't really matter, you know. It just so happens that this is my most powerful axe that I currently have. And for our gloves, again, we're going to be using the Surgebinders for this one, simply because we get that 7% increased physical damage per endurance charge, which will help a lot since we have 7 endurance charges, times 7, so that's 49, I believe, 49% increased physical damage. So yeah, that's a huge boost to the overall damage of our Lacerate later on. Plus, we get that 4% increased elemental damage per frenzy charge. Since we are going to be using 2 auras of hatred and then Herald of Ash, the additional increased 4, 6, 12, 12% increased elemental damage per frenzy charge that we get will will help us. When it comes to our belt, any belt will do. I chose this, life and resist. Boots, nothing really special, life and resist. Again, for the armor, what you're looking for is a really, really good armor similar to this one, with high life and high armor value with some resistances. Would be really nice. Rings are not really special, just life and then resistances. Again, the other ring is also life, some resistances, and that's where I got my mana leech, of course. And then for our amulet, I'm going to be using an Onyx amulet just to reach all of the necessary attributes that I need without spending any additional node on, for example, proficiency and then hard knocks. It's just a convenient way to meet the requirements. With life, 1 resistance, and then I decided to add a 12 to 20 cold damage to our attacks. And then finally, we're going to be using the Devotus Devotion for our helm. This is really good. We get a 16% increased attack speed. It has a good combination of armor and then evasion rating, which eventually increases our armor as high as it can. We get some 21% chaos resistance and 20% increased movement speed. So for what's connected to our Lacerate, that's going to be connected to weapon elemental damage, faster attacks, added fire damage, multi-strike, and then of course melee physical damage. For other skill gems, for defensive skill gems, the typical combination of Molten Shell, increased duration, CWDT, and Immortal Call. Else we have Blood Rage there attached to vulnerability. We have Enduring Cry, and then we have CWDT over here. For our aura, again, we are going to be using Hatred and Herald of Ash. For our Golem, we are going to be using the Flame Golem here attached to Blind, and then minion life support so that the minion doesn't die that often. And then finally, we have our Leap Slam attached to Fortify, Enhanced Support over there, and then we have the faster attacks. Alright then, so when it comes to the, I want to talk a little bit about the flasks, because I got this Sulphur Flask, which is actually pretty amazing. It adds a 40% increased damage, as you can see there, and it creates a consecrated ground on use. Now I decided to roll an immunity to freeze and then remove freeze there on use, because I really hate being frozen in the middle of the battle. So yeah, that's going to be a good addition to your sets of flasks. And then of course, let's not forget the Lion's Roar. This is going to be awesome because aside from the armor, we get a knockback in enemies. We get a knockback value over there, and we get a 33% more melee physical damage during the flask effect, which is actually pretty awesome. Alright, so let's get into the damage. The current damage of our... Where is it? Alright. The current damage of our Lacerate is at 49k, which will of course increase once we get all of our charges up, which you will see later on. Defensively, it's actually pretty awesome. Our defense is at 16.2k with an estimated physical damage reduction of 62%. We have a pretty good life regeneration at 277 points over there. All of our resistances are capped, and we have a movement speed modifier there of plus 20%. Alright then, so the map that we're going to be doing is an Overgrown Ruin map. It's a map tier 12 map with your typical leveling values there of more magic find. And then we have a pretty cool, when you slay monsters, can attract monsters from beyond, which is one of my favorite mods when it comes to doing maps. Alright then, let's go! Alright then, here we go. Again, I would like to apologize to you guys. I know that hold on, my sound is too high. Again, I would like to apologize to you guys. I know that I haven't uploaded for a while, but then I finished my work and I'm going to try to basically update my builds. So as you can see there, our max tier damage is at about 90 plus K, which is really awesome. And then if you pop our flasks, it jumps to 100K, which is really amazing. One of the highest DPS build that I've ever done. Oh, hold on, the sound is just too high or too loud. I can't hear myself. Alright then, here we go with some more gameplay. So yeah, I really like this build. I think Lacerate is my second most favorite skill gem of the game right now. Next of course to the what was it? Wild Strike. I pretty much like Wild Strike more. Alright, so as you can see, we have an estimated physical damage reduction of 12, what was it, 90% over there? Or is it 90%? Yeah, it is 90%. Which is actually pretty awesome. Alright, so let's get into the gameplay. Again, I'm going to start updating the rest of the build. I know that you guys have been itching for some content for a very long time now, and I do apologize again. Alright then, so we have a really good set of mobs over here, which is nice. So as you can see, it is pretty nice. You know, the build is actually holding up. Now I know that I actually made a mistake. I should have helped Oak in order to get an additional, frenzy charge. But then I killed them just for the points. But yeah, that is advisable. You know, my advice would be for you guys to help Oak to get that additional, endurance charge. All right, then here we go. Boom! Yeah, baby! I will not move, boy. I am like a tank moving through you guys and killing everyone. What is that? Cartographers, chisel. What do we have? Whoa. What do we have? What's the map? Oh, map tier 4. I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get this one. And what is this? Oh, I like. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna get the Flute Bassinet. And let's move! Alright then, so the next build that I will do is probably the, what was it? The Wild Strike build, because some of you have been requesting for it. Ooh, we have a 6 armor over there. Oops, what was it? I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna go back to the rest of the items later on. Alright then, more gameplay. Boom, dead. So yeah, as you can see, the build has been working amazing, and I just absolutely love it. It just shreds monsters into pieces. Now again, the Atziri's Disfavour is not really necessary. It just so happens that again, it is one of my most powerful axe in the game. But I did try, the Comms Primacy, and it does work pretty well, although I'm going to admit that it's not as powerful as this axe. So yeah, if you can, get that Atziri's Disfavour, or probably get some other axe out there with a high DPS value, preferably something about, or preferably somewhere above, what was it, 400 DPS. Whew, it's so hot. It's been raining, but it's still hot. Anyway, alright, so we have a good set of magic monsters over here. And they are all dead. Woohoo! Nice! Oops, alright, so we've got some stuff over here that came from beyond, which are all dead! They are all dead. They are no match for the power of our build. What am I saying? Alright then, so let's move out. Let's quickly find the boss. I really want to keep the video on the 15-minute mark. Alright then, here we go. That circus, that Afro circus. Oops, we got some monsters over here. Let's kill them real quick, and there's a monster over there. Let's kill him. Kill them all. Alright, so we have our stairs over there, but let's just kill the monsters that are located over here, which I saw. There you go. Alright, Academy map. Yay! I'm getting really lucky with the map. Yeah, sometimes I really use the maps, you know, the higher tiered level map. Alright, so this is the boss. Hold on. I don't want to be, I don't want to get cocky, but I should say. Alright, so the boss is dead and we didn't get any unique items. We didn't get anything good. God, it's been a long time since I got a good item. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one. Alright, I have the boss alone, and I'm gonna attempt to just push him back with my granite flasks. As you can see, he's being just pushed back over there. He's now in the corner, and he's now dead. Alright then, so we didn't get any unique.